My name is Daniel Zielinski, and at the age of 3, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I don't remember a whole lot of it because I was so young when I had it, but I do have vague memories of being in the hospital for about a month after being diagnosed. I remember my father telling me stories about how he would go around the hospital at night looking for an extra mattress, a pillow, and a blanket so that he could take it into my room and sleep near me so he knew that, or that I knew that he was there. Not so much when I was really, really young, but as my treatment went on and I got older, I do remember going into the hospital. It was about an hour away from where we lived. I believe the treatment was we started every other month or every month, and I would have to go in and get blood work done. So I believe they said I started in getting injections, or not injections, but blood taken out of my legs, and then eventually as I got older moved up to the arm, and I absolutely hated it. When I was old enough to actually remember it, I remember hearing stories about how I would need about 4 or 5 nurses to come in and be able to hold me down while one drew blood from my arm, because I just hated the needles. I do remember going through chemotherapy a little bit because I lost all my hair. The one thing that I remember the most is at one point during my treatment I had to be given steroids to actually kind of help me bulk up a little bit. And I remember hating the taste of the steroids. I couldn't take them just in their normal pill form because they tasted so bad to me. So my parents would have to try and trick me into taking them by mixing them in with some applesauce or crushing them into a powder and putting them in orange juice and mixing it up and getting me to take it like every night or every other night. So 4 years ago, I recently discovered that I actually have stretch marks on the lower part of my back, and the doctors have actually said that it was probably due to the steroids that I took when I have these stretch marks. So I've got something to go along with that, just kind of as a reminder, I suppose. Because I went to the hospital that I went to, Geisinger Hospital in northeastern Pennsylvania, I was actually invited to go to a summer camp called Camp Dosed. If I remember correctly, they got the word dosed from one of the doctors at the hospital, Dr. Shaw, and they said that dosed is the, if I remember correctly, don't quote me 100% on this, but I believe dosed is the Indian word for hope. And it was essentially for kids who had gone through treatment and were cancer-free or were currently suffering with cancer or other life-threatening illnesses. And that was honestly probably one of the best things that could have happened to me, just because even if I didn't remember having done all that I had done, it was nice to be able to meet all these different types of people and not really even have to worry about what any of them were going through at the time, because I really just saw them as just normal kids like me. If I remember correctly, I went into remission when I was 8 years old, and then just after I went into remission, I don't remember exactly when I was declared cancer-free, but I want to say it was around 11 to 13 at that point. It's probably when I was officially declared cancer-free. I'm a 13-year survivor of leukemia. I want to say it kind of made me a bit of a better person, just because I kind of feel like one of the things I do now is I try and always look for the good in people. And I try to always see the niceness that can come from people. I don't really try and look at someone and automatically think they're a bad person. To me, everybody starts out as a good person, and it just helps a bit more if you can show it. And I think that's what I try and do now, is just try and be a nice person and try to be able to help others whenever I can. I want to say to those that might be watching, to those that might be struggling with cancer of any form, you might think that you're alone, that there's really no one who can understand what you're going through, but you're not alone. There are others out there like myself and like Jacob and everybody on this site that is showing that no one is truly alone, and we're all here as well to show you that it is possible. Anything is possible. You can beat this. You can overcome this. So just don't give up. We've got your back.